back to my channel. I'm filming this outside because it's a very nice day. I'm just sitting on the ground. Today I'm going to be talking about my fake service dog stories, and I might include some human harassment, as I like to call it. I might have to get some paper and a pen to write down these so I can keep track. So let me go do that. But yeah, we are going to be going right into that. Okay, so the first story is the classic pit bull admirer. My biggest story that got the most shock from my viewers and my followers on Instagram, the most shock. Sorry, not very well today. So we're gonna start out with this one. I have them wrote down on my thing so I can tell the stories. But this one was basically in Meyer. So Dixie was kind of having a good day but an off day at the same time, kind of in between. We were in Meyer. We were walking around. She was doing really, really, really good. We went to the meat section, and there's like these really high pitched coolers for the meat, and she did not like that, so she got like spooked and she tried to bolt, which that was a very bad thing. And then we went to the checkout because we were done. She was doing really good after that, being like such a good girl. By the way, she's right here, so if you see her pop up, she's just right there. But yeah, we were just chilling, doing our own thing. My dad and his girlfriend or friend, I don't know what they were at the time, were checking out. I believe this was around summertime and early fall time. We were just checking out, doing our own thing. I was the last one in the line, so I was facing the heavy traffic path thing. We were checking out, like I said, and I was standing there. Dixie did a sit and a down. Automatically, she just did it. And then I was focusing on her, saying, "Good girl, yes, good job." I think I was giving her some treats. Something passed. It caught my eye, and I looked up, and then I looked over, and I just saw that a dog had passed with its tail up. I got kind of scared because, again, I didn't know if it was a fake service dog. I looked over. I walked a little bit more forward. It was going this way, and we were just right here, so it was going away from us. I went up. I was looking at it, observing. And this dog was in a heel. It was focusing. It was on a tan tactical halter with one of those bungee leashes, and it had a black Amazon vest with custom shop patches that said "Do not distract." Do not distract. Sorry, I'm kind of getting caught up on words. And while this dog was passing, I was pretty loud, and I said, "Oh my gosh, it's a real service dog team." They did not hear us. I think they were ignoring us. I mean, they could have been deaf, but I'm pretty sure they weren't, because they took a knowledge to us and rolled their eyes at us and all these other things. They were a very rude team. Sorry, I have to go blow my nose real quick. They were a very rude team. Sorry. Just got in a fight. They were a very rude team. They were rolling their eyes at me, checking me and Dixie out. They did not like Dixie or me. They passed us once again. Their dog was in a heel and a focus. Took its focus off the handler, looking around, kind of nervous. It had whale eyes. It was panting. It was very uncomfortable. Dixie was just chilling. She was very confident in that situation. Dixie saw the dog, acknowledged it, looked at it, and then focused on me and did not even make anything. She didn't make a noise. She didn't go after it. Nothing to trigger this dog. This dog was looking around. It laid its eyes on Dixie and it saw her, and it went crazy. Started lunging, biting, barking, growling. Hackles were up. It was just overall a very aggressive dog. I think it was a blue-nosed pitty, if that's what they're called. Pit bull mix, whatever. It was pretty big for a pit bull, not gonna lie. And it tried to hurt her, and I was just like, "Oh my gosh, get your fake service dog. Get that dog out of here. It does not belong in here." And she looked down at her dog, did not correct. She corrected once, but she yanked the head halter back, making the dog yelp or something. I can't remember what the dog did, but she yanked it by the head halter. It was just happening so fast. I really didn't pick up on a lot of things. And the dog stopped barking, but it was still turning around. She was directing it this way, going this way to get in another line. And we were right here, and she was directing it this way, and it was spinning around trying to get my dog who was on the end of its bungee cord leash. Dixie, still at that moment, she whined once. She was very uncomfortable, and I said, no, leave it. And then she was focusing on me for the rest of the thing. She did not acknowledge the dog at all, besides that one moment. We passed them again to exit the store. They were in a line. We were really far away. We were just walking by. And I was looking through the aisles, making sure the dog wasn't close so it wouldn't get her. And I saw it, and it had hyper focus on her, hackles up, trying to hurt her. And it was very scary, very scary. I didn't know what was going to happen. It was a very aggressive dog, and that was probably the worst run-in into a fake we've ever run into. Anyways, next one, which is an actual attack where something attacked me. This one was in Tennessee when we were on a vacation. My dad and my brother were on the go-karts. We just got off. I think my brother was with my grandma. We were doing that. And I was walking with my dad. CJ might have been there. I'm not sure. I think he was. Sorry, I'm kind of trying to remember the best of the details. We were walking, and I saw a dog in the distance. Just a poodle. And I thought, oh, it's just a pet. It was acting pretty aggressive, and reactive. And I was getting kind of nervous. I didn't have Dixie there because it was vacation. I didn't have Dixie because she wasn't ready to handle it. But I was still scared because I didn't want me getting hurt, my family getting hurt, especially because I had a cast on for my knee. I had a brace cast thing from the hospital. I still needed it because my knee. And we walked past this dog. I saw it had an ID tag with a red service dog vest. It was walking by, very aggressive. It was on a flexi leash or something, a long leash. And it lunged at me, and it tried biting my leg. I think at one point it grabbed onto my leg because I had dog bites in my cast. So I got really angry, and I told them that's a fake service dog, and they looked back at me and was really shocked that someone realized. Sorry, apparently people are driving up and down the road. But it was just so terrible. Someone's gonna race by. But yeah, don't do that. Don't bring your aggressive little poodle. It was a poodle, by the way, if I haven't said that. It was a miniature poodle, and it looked like it had really matted ears, and it had the tear marks in its eyes, and lunged at me. I think it bit me. I mean, no other dog was there around me, so I'm pretty sure it bit me because I had 2 really deep puncture wounds. Luckily, it didn't get to my knee because I probably would have fallen over and gotten a highway. By the way, the dog was right here. We were right here, and then there was a really busy highway right here. It's a weird situation in Pigeon Forge. And if that dog would have bit me actually and got there, I would have stepped into the road and I would have died because there were motorcycles, semis just driving by. There's no barrier, nothing at all. I would have died if I fell into that road. Luckily, I didn't. But yeah, don't do that because that poodle is not friendly. This one is the more disgusting type of fake service dogs, where you see dogs peeing on things, pooping on things, eating things, and then the owner puts it back. This one's a lot worse, and trust me, I did not eat anything from, I have not eaten anything from Walmart, related to this item, in quite a bit. So this was a Chihuahua. Right after we got back from Tennessee on our vacation, it was probably really early in the morning, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, something. We went out. Dixie stayed home because, again, she was not ready for PA at that time. She was still service dog training, but she was not ready to go right away after a 2-week break. So I kind of worked with her. That's not the point. We went in, and this older lady, I believe, had her Chihuahua type dog. It was like black and white. Yeah, black and white. I'm trying to remember. It was black and white, and I think it was a female. And I think it was in heat. The butt, like, I don't know how to explain. I want to show you guys Dixie, but she's like trying to sleep. She's right here. She's trying to sleep. But it was like her actual butt. It was rashed up red. It was literally, it looked raw. And she had like these little scabs that were coming off, and there was a lot of blood on her. And the owner put back, it was sitting on some bread and like a pack of steak or something, raw steak. And of course it was in like the baby thing. It wasn't in the actual bottom part of the cart. It was on top, you know, where they put the beds, baskets for fake service dogs. And it was sitting, it had no blanket at all. It was just sitting on bread and meat. I think it was in heat. They could have had some type of diaper, but it was not doing any justice. I cannot remember. And it was bleeding. It was rashed. The feet were all raw and red. It looked like it was on the hot summer cement, and it burned its paws. It was really raw. The face was red and raw. It was just a terrible abuse, neglect case. They put the bread back. We went down the bread aisle right after they got out because we needed to go get some bread because our bread was moldy. Well, what the heck? Oh, that's their dog. I was like, when did our neighbors get a dog? But it's like the other neighbor's dog. But yeah, it was sitting on bread, and sorry I'm taking so long to say this, I keep on getting distracted. And we went down the bread aisle, and I looked at the bread they put back, because they put back some bread. It was the, like, yellow bear bread or something. And I saw blood on it, and there was a lot of blood, and it was just nasty. And I was like, oh my freaking gosh, why would you put back a bag of bread that has blood on it? Like, you might as well take it and just throw it away at your house, because that's nasty. That was very disgusting. We didn't see them after. It was pretty fine. I was really shaken up, and it was just really scary. But yeah, that was like probably the worst thing that I've ever seen in a fake service dog. This one was my most recent one. I think it happened 4 weeks ago, something like that. There's this Shih Tzu puppy in Walgreens, and I caught it on camera. So if you scroll down my videos a little bit, you'll see fake service dog chases my service dog. I caught it on camera. So basically this lady had like a coat, like a big coat, a big fluffy coat. And she had just gotten, it looks like, she had just gotten this 8-week-old Shih Tzu puppy. She had it in her jacket, and it was just trying to get out. She had it, like, stuffed in her jacket, just, like, classic puppy stuff. And they were shopping at Walgreens. Me and her went down the same aisle. Again, I just thought she was another type of person. Dixie was in a heel, behaving, and she looked down and said, oh, look, another doggy friend. And And my brain immediately went to, oh, she has a dog, because another doggy friend, get it? Wouldn't your brain do that too? And I looked up at her kind of wondering. I didn't immediately assume she had a fake service dog or a dog or a pet dog at all. I was just thinking maybe she was like looking at a picture of her dog or something like that. I didn't actually think she had a dog. And I looked up at her, and the Shih Tzu puppy was trying to get out at Dixie. It was trying to play, but that does not excuse the behavior. And someone really said, I posted it in a Facebook group because I was stressed and I wanted to vent, just to kind of get it all out and just be more comfortable. And they're like, oh, it was probably a service dog in training, but your dog should have handled it better. Like, your dog's a fake service dog. It can't handle seeing a puppy in public, really. And I was like, okay, whatever. But yeah, after that, I got really nervous. Dixie missed a panic attack alert, and I started having a panic attack in the store. Luckily, we were checking out and leaving. Dixie was very distracted. She just did not want to be there. This puppy, she ended up putting the puppy down, and it tried to get Dixie. It chased Dixie, and it was really scary. So yeah, that was very scary. I might enter the clip right now, and I'm gonna show you guys the clip of the fake service puppy or whatever, or a picture or something, because I got it still on my phone, so I'll show you that. Fake service dog, the finest. Running all over, not controlled. So as you guys just saw, that was a fake service dog. As you can see, it was being carried, and she let it down, and it immediately ran towards Dixie. I cannot explain a lot because the words would have been really tiny, because I have iMovie, and it doesn't really work out. But yeah, that was very, how do you say it, bad, and it was very nerve-wracking. I thought this puppy would have came at Dixie and hurt her. So yeah, moving on to harassment from people. The next run-in was the lady in our school. She has had a lot of bad things that she did. She has called an autistic kid the R word, a sixth grader about 10 years old, a 10-year-old sixth grader. She called her the S word, S-L-U-T. She called her that, and finally, she's very ableist, if that, and she shames people. Sorry, I had to get situated so I can sit on here. But she was very rude, and she said if Dixie, my service dog, came in my school, she would call the cops if my dog tried to do anything. Because we were talking, and she was like, so, because I was in a panic attack, and I called my dad to come pick me up. And she was basically like, what's wrong with you? Do you have a medication? Is there anything that can help you with this? And I said, well, my service dog is supposed to be here. She helps me, and she's like, oh, cool, you have a service dog? What kind? And I said, she's a German Shepherd, and she said, oh, well, you better keep that thing away from me if it ever comes to school, because or else I'll call the cops if it tries anything. And I said, she's a service dog, she's not going to do anything. And she said, oh, well, you can't trust those type of dogs anyways, because, Dixie, stop, come. Because she said, come, get up here, come, good girl, come. And, because she basically said she was bit by a German Shepherd. And I said, well, my German Shepherd wouldn't do that because she's trained to not do that. Like, that's what service dogs do. They don't bite. And she was like, well, it doesn't matter. They're all like that. And I started, like, hyperventilating, if that's what you could call it. I went out of the office and I sat down on a bench right by the exit/entryway. And she rolled her eyes when I went out, and she came out later because my dad was about to come in, and she did not want my dad, like, getting mad at her, because my dad would have, and he did, because she's crazy. So she came out and tried to give me some type of food, and I didn't take it because, again, I don't trust people that are mean to me. So I did not take her weird candy. She's like, here, just have some of this. And I'm like, no, thank you. And she's like, you sure? And I said, no, thank you. She would not leave me alone. She kept on, wanting me to do it. And then another instance where I popped out my knee again, after Tennessee, obviously. Obviously, what? Actually, I'm trying to remember. This might have been before Tennessee. I'm not sure. Well, I had my cast on type thing for my knee. And it kept on slipping down because it did not fit on my knee properly because it was a hospital cast. It's not going to fit properly. So it kept on sliding down, and I had to walk. I can't stop in the middle of a busy hallway when you're going to your classes and keep on lifting it up. That's not how it works. And I couldn't Velcro it all the time because my teachers would tell me to be quiet because the Velcro's loud. So I just had to walk like that, and it was dragging on the floor, etc. It was really annoying. Eventually I moved to a better knee brace. But my dad came to pick me up again for, I don't know, I guess another panic attack. And, or a therapist appointment, I'm not sure. And she asked me if I could go out because she wants to talk to my dad privately. And she talked to my dad, and my dad ended up saying, like, my dad told me she ended up saying, like, oh, does she actually have a disability, or is she just trying to get attention or something like that, because my knee brace wasn't fitted properly. So she was assuming that I was wearing it for attention, even though I wasn't. It was needed because I didn't want to pop out my knee again. She thought I was wearing it for attention. It was just like saying I'm an attention seeker. So yeah, she has done a lot of bad things. I was also in doing like a thing because I couldn't be in gym class anymore because my knee. So I was sitting. Oh my gosh. I was sitting in my, like, the school counselor's type office thing to do my work because I couldn't be in the gym class because my knee. Dixie! Come here. Get over here. Come on. Get it. Come here. And, this girl named Avia, what's Avia? This girl named Ava, was basically trying to read because she doesn't understand words too well, and she's just trying to read. This was all in 7th grade too, I believe, before Corona started, I think. And she was trying to learn words. She was starting on books, and she was not saying the word cat right. So this lady who was in there, the same one who said crap about my German Shepherd and the 6th grader and the autistic kid, same girl, she yelled at Ava because she was the substitute mentor. Ava's normal mentor is very nice to me and nice to everyone, but this one, again, is very rude. What? Lay down. Pressure. Good girl. Ew. But yeah, Ava couldn't pronounce the word cat. She kept on saying something that was wrong. And she was like, oh my gosh, Ava, what are you, the R word? Just say cat. And Ava started crying. And she's like, and she kept on saying, is it time to go? Yeah, I want to go home. And she didn't understand why she was getting yelled at because it wasn't her fault. So yeah, that lady is a huge ding dong. She's not very nice. This is the last one for the video because I don't want it to get too long. It's probably already really long, but this one's about Walmart. I went in Walmart with my dad and my brother. They were out and I was a little bit ahead. I got in the store, Walmart. It was a terrible day at Walmart. Everyone was being really rude to me and my dog. There was like only one nice lady that was like, oh my gosh, your dog's so cute, but the rest were like giving me bad looks and being really mean. I went in there and my brother and my dad were out. I was already in the store, like the front entrance of the store. I was waiting for them, and one of the ladies yelled across the store and said, ma'am, is that a service dog, like in a very sassy tone. And I didn't take it in that way at first. I just thought she was generally asking because they can't ask that. And I said, yes, she is a service dog. And it was going good for that. She sounded a little bit rude, but I didn't think anything of it because it could have been the mask, and she was trying to talk pretty loud because of the mask. I just took it that way. I did not take it anything personal until we were exiting the store. And when my brother and my dad were leaving, they were just a little bit ahead of me. I was right behind them. And she said, have a good day. And was just saying a lot of nice things. And then we walked by her and she scoffed at us, rolled her eyes, and backed up. I don't know if she had a problem with Dixie or what, but shortly after that, they allowed a fake service dog in. So my question is, why would you harass a real service dog team and be mean to us when there's fake service dogs that are attacking and mauling children in your stores? That's my question. But yeah, I have to slouch because Dixie's like short. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, thumbs it up. If you have not subscribed, subscribe, because half of you that are 67% of you that are watching are not subscribed. So definitely subscribe. hit the notification bell so you can get updated on the videos we upload so you don't miss anyone. So yeah, and we will be uploading a public access one here kind of soon. It might be my next video, I'm not sure. We'll try to do that. But yeah, if you like this video, thumbs it up, subscribe if you haven't, and comment your favorite dog breed. So yeah, bye.